Chapter 8, the rolling program. Welcome back to our bonus chapter on what we've included as the final part of this course. And congratulations on making your way through your basic training in responsible gaming on Baccarat. To make this course truly complete, we feel it essential that we discuss the rolling program. So what is the rolling program? The rolling program, or dead chip program, is a gambling contract, somewhat unique to Baccarat, set up for individuals and player tool groups, often referred to as junkets. These groups or individuals sign up for a deal with a casino operator or an independent agent. In the case of an agent, they will act as a sort of middleman between the casino operator and the group, similar to that of a tour operator. The contract itself will specify the minimum buy-in, or what they call front money, also what the minimum bet must be, specified time period, plus the number of turns or rolls, which we'll explain in a moment. These terms will be followed by a list of benefits that the player or tour group will receive when they adhere to all the above, and occasionally penalties when they do not. Primarily, there will be a cashback rebate on the amount rolled, often somewhere between 0.1% and 1.5%, depending on who they are, where they are, how much they buy in for, and how they play. In addition to this rebate, there will be a package of other sweeteners, such as complimentary hotel rooms, flights and transfers to and from the resort, food and beverage, city tours, or a round of golf, and anything else they think necessary to throw in just to keep them playing at the table. However, the big incentive for most players and groups is the rebate they receive for how many times they roll their chips, which is where we get the name rolling program from, and here's how it works. To begin with, there are two sets of chips. One set are non-negotiable, also known as dead chips, so called because these chips are bought with cash money, but cannot be cashed out for money or sold off. They must be played. Once purchased, the player is now locked into a game. The second set of chips are cash chips. These chips are similar to regular casino chips and can be cashed out for cash money at the casino cash desk. And they are used to pay all winning non-negotiable chips played at the Baccarat tables. The player must now use their non-negotiable chips to win and accumulate as many cash chips as possible. Once all their non-negotiables have been exhausted, that's equal to one roll. But for many, it's not over yet. If the player bets a non-negotiable chip, or non-neg as they're more commonly known, and loses, the dealer will take the bet and store it in their chip tray. If on the other hand the bet wins, they are paid in regular cash chips, and this betting sequence is then repeated throughout the game. Once the player has exhausted all of their non-negotiables, this is called a roll, or one turn. The player can now either exchange those cash chips they have accumulated for more non-negs or cash them out, depending on the deal they struck up with the operator. Okay, let's make that a little bit easier as we walk you through the scenario using the following diagram. A group enters the casino with their front money and signs up for a rolling program with a casino or with an agent. Next, they exchange their cash buy-in for the equivalent of non-negotiable chips. They take these chips to the table and they begin to play. All winning bets at the table are played with cash chips. And when all the non-negs finally run out, one roll has been completed. The group can now cash out and collect their rebate, or use those cash chips to buy more non-negotiables and repeat the process all over again. Just remember that if the player enrolls into a group, it's usually the agent that collects the rebate. There are some advantages and disadvantages to signing up with a rolling program. These are, but not limited to, advantages like complimentary benefits such as hotel, flights, food and beverage and so on. There is also an improved house edge benefit related to the rebate received, if you're the one collecting the rebate, that is, after you play. Some of the disadvantages are that players are locked into a contract, and there can be some very tough terms and conditions that contain financial penalties. Players need to be able to trust their agent and watch out for loan sharks too, as they're never too far behind encouraging loans to players who have run into trouble. The house advantage will improve when factored in with the rebate, providing you're the player who's collecting it. As we've already discovered, a win on the bank has a house edge of 1.06%. But with a 0.5% rebate deal, that drops down to 0.84%. Looking at a rebate of 1.5%, it drops even further to half of that, at 0.4%. Well, that's it for the rolling chip program. All relatively simple stuff. There's just a few little traps in there that you need to be wary of. Even if you are tempted by all those complimentary hotels and flights and lavish gifts, at least you'll know they're just strategies there to lure you in. And now, playing as a responsible and informed player, you'll know how to avoid such rolling programs. By understanding this, you're just making the right choices. And that's what it's all about, really, choice. I hope this information has been helpful and clear. So congratulations. Well done, and happy responsible gaming.